If you've been gardening long enough, you've probably heard the whispers. This one thing changed my soil forever. For years, Bokashi has worn that crown. Fast, efficient, a miracle ferment that turns kitchen waste into soil food. But today, fellow gardeners, I want to take you deeper. Far beyond Bokashi. Back to an ancient fermentation practice that quietly builds true black gold, living soil that gets better season after season. Welcome to another chapter of Soil Stories, where we don't just grow plants, we grow the ground beneath them. The ancient secret hidden in plain sight. Long before packaged compost starters, long before commercial fertilizers, farmers across Africa, Asia and South America relied on fermented organic matter to restore exhausted soils. These weren't quick fixes, they were living brews. Microbial powerhouses made from local materials, time, and patience. This ancient ferment works differently from Bokashi. Bokashi is anaerobic and acidic, designed to break waste down quickly. This method goes a step further. It creates stable humus, feeds fungi as well as bacteria, and transforms ordinary dirt into deep, crumbly, jet-black soil that holds water, nutrients, and life. That's why I call it black gold, because once you have it, your garden never looks the same again. Why beyond Bokashi matters. Bokashi is excellent, but it has limits. It mainly pre-digests waste. What this ancient ferment does is finish the job. It doesn't just decompose organic matter, it builds long-lasting soil structure. Gardeners often ask why their soil still dries out, compacts, or loses fertility even after composting. The answer lies in missing biology. Healthy soil needs diversity, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, enzymes, and organic acids working together. This ferment invites all of them to the table. The result is soil that smells sweet, feels soft, and feeds plants slowly and consistently, without burning roots or leaching away. What makes this ferment so powerful? At its heart, this method relies on controlled decomposition plus fermentation. Unlike hot composting, which burns through nutrients quickly, fermentation preserves them. Unlike raw compost, it doesn't wait months to become useful. The ferment begins with carbohydrate-rich material, things like cooked grains, overripe fruit, or starchy roots. These sugars wake up beneficial microbes. When combined with carbon-rich materials such as dry leaves, husks, or straw, the microbes get both energy and structure. As the mix ferments, organic acids form. These acids unlock minerals trapped in soil particles and plant waste. Calcium, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, all become plant available. That's why crops grown in fermented soil often look darker green, stronger, and more resilient. This is soil chemistry and biology dancing together. The transformation from dirt to living soil. One of the biggest misconceptions in gardening is that soil is just stuff plants grow in. Dirt is dead. Soil is alive. This ferment is the bridge between the two. Once added to garden beds, the fermented material becomes a microbial inoculant. It spreads life outward. Earthworms follow. Fungal networks expand. Soil aggregates form, creating air pockets and water channels. Within weeks, hard ground becomes friable. Sandy soil holds moisture longer. Clay soil loosens and drains better. That's black gold. Not because it's black, but because it's priceless. These days, modern gardeners are rediscovering this method because, honestly, it works just about everywhere, from balcony gardens to rural farms. It's especially powerful in soils that are, well, tired, maybe overworked or hit hard with chemical fertilizers. Vegetable growers are noticing, faster seedling establishment and way fewer nutrient deficiencies. Fruit trees respond with stronger root growth and better flowering. Even ornamental plants show off richer color and thicker foliage. What excites me most is how forgiving this ferment is. You don't need perfection, you just need consistency. Feed the microbes, protect them from harsh sun while fermenting, and then let time do the rest. There are some common mistakes that hold gardeners back. A lot of folks try fermentation once, fail, and then just give up. The biggest mistake, honestly, is rushing. Fermentation isn't rot, it's transformation. If you get bad smells, that just means imbalance, not failure. Adjust moisture, add some dry material, and keep going. Another mistake is treating fermented material like it's chemical fertilizer. This is food for soil, not some quick plant stimulant. When you gently work it into the topsoil or use it as a soil amendment, its effects last way longer than any liquid feed. Lastly, some gardeners try to sterilize everything out of fear. But remember, life is the goal. A little wildness. That's not a problem, in fact it's kind of the point. So, why is this method perfect for sustainable gardening? Well, this ancient ferment lines up perfectly with low-cost regenerative gardening. It uses waste, it builds fertility instead of buying it, and honestly, it reduces the need for pesticides because healthy soil grows resilient plants. For gardeners dealing with unpredictable rainfall, rising fertilizer prices, or declining yields, this method is not just helpful, it's empowering. You stop depending on outside inputs and start building your own systems. That's what I call real soil independence. From our garden to yours, here on Soil Stories, everything I share comes from observation, trial, and yeah, plenty of mistakes. I've seen this ferment rescue beds that were written off as useless. I've watched seedlings just explode with growth where nothing thrived before. This isn't hype, it's heritage knowledge meeting modern curiosity. And once you experience it, you'll never look at compost the same way again. The real magic of this ferment, it reveals itself over time. Each season the soil just gets better. You need less amendment, less watering, less intervention. Plants start doing what they're meant to do. Grow. That's when gardening stops feeling like a struggle and starts feeling like a partnership with the soil. Black gold isn't bought. It's built. So, here are my final thoughts. Bring ancient wisdom back to your soil. If your garden feels stuck, tired, or unresponsive, don't blame yourself. Blame the missing microbes. This ancient ferment restores what modern methods often overlook, the living engine beneath our feet. Start small, observe closely, trust the process. Your soil will thank you. If you found this story helpful, subscribe to Soil Stories, share this with a fellow gardener, and help keep these timeless soil secrets alive. Together, we're not just growing plants, we're rebuilding the earth, one handful of black gold at a time.